As soon as the road to Ixia is safe, she is a great sorceress, you know, Medea is. Some look down on sin.
How many nights has it been that I...
Orpheus, son of Morpheus.
Medea came to the Ixian wood years ago, and now she is known simply...
Surprised to see roads in such a state?
Hey, you there! We could use your help.
We must light the beacon to tell merchant ships that the harbor is safe once again. Every time we start to light it, we are so wonderful. Take this strapping young lad. He will carry the torch and light the beacon if you can keep him safe. We have not had a merchant ship in the harbor in months, not with that kraken in the waters. But the Colossus fell. It is a new day. It is only a matter of time. There was a great sound, and the earth shook. We have not had a merchant ship in the harbor in months, not with that kraken in the waters. The beacon shines for all to see. Now we will once again be a center of industry. Already I see sails on the horizon. Soon the harbor will bustle with. Already I see sails on the horizon.
Crabs the size of boats have come up on the beach. One of them took off Dimitri's foot at the ankle, and now these layabouts sit here instead of hauling nets. We'd managed somehow. What could make a normal crab grow to this heat? I have faced huge sea beasts in my It is fierce, and it has a multitude of crablings surrounding it. Please, my men have not caught It is fierce, and it has a multitude.
When the mother of all crabs surfaced, I ran up the beach. Her spawn crawled off her back and tried to eat Dimitri. We pulled him away in time, and all they could... The men say that this would not be... Fishing is a danger. I would not blame you if you went inland, but what would I do? It just goes to show you. You do not have to be faster. The men say that this would not be happening if Poseidon...
The entire village will feast on crab legs in your honor. Soon I will stand on my boat and feel the salt breeze in my... I only hope those carcinosi did not... The cat should be Thank you. The cat should be plentiful today.
Thank you. The tide is going out, and so should we. We are expected to get the fishing. The tide is going out, and so should we.
You cannot open the door at this time.
Help us! Please help! My sergeant sent me back to get reinforcements for our outpost. You are all I could find. My sergeant thinks he can last. I avoided the worst group of monsters. Follow my trail. I cannot guarantee you will be. Waves of creatures continued. The fighting has been unceasing. Follow. My sergeant thinks he can last too. Maybe. The fighting has been unceasing. Follow. Lend us a hand.
Feel as though we have won? Think again. They come at night, mostly. Always from the same direction, from the waterfall. Their leader is a great brute. At first we thought he was an ogre, but other men swore it was some sort of mean. Amphitryon and Iodemachus are wounded and can no longer wield a sword. The men are tired beyond measure. Discipline on the battlefield will always beat sheer numbers. If we are ever to restore the island to its former glory, we must hold. Hold, I say! Amphitryon and Iodemachus are wounded and can no longer wield a sword. The men are tired beyond measure.
Your inventory is full. Your inventory is full. Your inventory is full.
The monsters scatter, and even their leaders cower before you. We will build the walls, and is it true what they say, that the great Colossus fell? We heard the blast, and the earth shook. Strange. It frightened the monster. Is it true what they say, that the great Colossus fell? We heard the blast, and the earth shook. Strange. It frightened the monsters more than my men.
First chest is free. An honor!
knocking at my door. You kill my sentinels, then ask for my aid. Typical hero. I should turn your blood to oil, but it amuses me to see you struggle. It was to Hades, land of the dead, that this apparition bade you go? Hades, where few of the living have ventured and even fewer have returned? No living mortal has seen the way there, but the heroes I have known have craved action. Once they know the object of their quest, they run off to slay and loot. You must seek the eye of the Grey Sisters and bring. The Grey Sisters make their home in the swamp near here. If you need more, I have work to do, and the Grey Sisters may wait for you. Why do you dawdle? The Grey Sisters make their home in the swamp near.
The Grey Sisters will make a soup bowl of your skull. If you get past Dano, who is the dread of death, you will see. I heard they live in the swamp to suck the life out of all the creatures there. They constantly need new. If I had to share my eye, I would work out a schedule. Maybe the Grey ones are cousins to the Gorgons, but long ago, the Greys betrayed their precious secrets to a hero named Percy. The Grey Sisters are the daughters of Titan. The Grey Sisters traded the vigor of their youth to gain enormous magical energy. The magic blinded them. The Grey ones are I heard they live in the Grey Sisters are the daughters of Titans, Ceto and Forces. Could I forget that poor woman? All she wanted was to cure her poor child. But Medea demanded the tome of the Lich Queen Calixenia, a task that would surely kill her. Medea, in her grief, demanded the antidote from Medea, and no one makes demands of the sorceress of the Ixian wood. Calixenia was a great sorceress of the lost kingdom of Saconis. Alas, magic takes its toll on all. The Saconian ruins lie within the Soronis swamp. The fastest way there is through the Empyrean caves. You seek Calixenia, who was once a battle mage of the Forgotten Kingdom. She built a magic circle which would pull her from harm's way back to her tower. Legend has it that circle still exists somewhere in the ruins, and even though Calixenia is long, Meira, in her grief, demanded the antidote from Medea.
I think I have it now. I can make a potion that will give anyone remarkable powers. All I need is a bit of Estivis root, can be found on the muddy banks near razor grass. Look for patches of grass, and in between the grass and the coast, you will find the Estivis. mushrooms grow close to the water, but rarely in it. It is a simple matter to combine the 3 ingredients. A small amount of Estivis root, mush, the night blossom would seem a beautiful plant, but when you draw near it, the night blossom would seem a beautiful plant, but when you...
To tell the story of Our Lady Medea, mistress of poisons, gifted in divination, I call upon the goddess Hecate and Kore and the night. When first the hero Jason came to Colchis, seeking the golden fleece, then Our Lady, but a girl, first knew love. And it was she who gave him balm to protect him from the fire-breathing oxen, and she who showed him to set the men who grew from dragon's teeth, fighting amongst themselves, and she who set sleeping herbs before the dragon, who guarded the sought-after fleece. Jason, you should know, was not the last of her ill fortune. Fleeing to Athens, Medea wedded King Aegeus, and the son she bore him would have then been king, had not the long-lost, meddling Theseus returned to claim his rightful reign. No, Medea has had ill fate with heroes. Who can Jason, you should know, was not Jason, you should...
I arrived here when I was only 16. Within a year, the monsters came. Medea is a powerful source. Oh, I am grateful. I have learned much. But the truth is, you have heard the old stories about Our Lady. She has no love of heroes. Medea created the Ascacaphus, the tree beast, to defend our grove. Unfortunately, when they strayed too far, one girl started seeing a soldier from the nearby outpost. When Medea is good to us. Only, you've got to learn to stay out of her. You have heard the old stories about Our Lady. She has no...
I haven't learned very much yet, but we study many things here. Healing and poisons. We learn to command the plants and animals, and divination, and a few of the young women, my mother, will come and visit when the roads are safe. I hope she can come. I was so scared of Medea at first. The girls tell stories, and for the first month, every night, I would cry and wish I was home again with my family. Medea's powers are very great. Not every girl is so talented, but we all learn. I saw the lady furious at some other girls. But I was so scared of Medea at first. The girls tell stories, and something...
It's gone! Gone! When the mistress finds out that I lost the sigil, she will poison me slowly and set my head on the wall as an example. The sigil of the first sigil of the Apoctasis. It was a royal seal forged by the first of the Formicid queens. It is not just a moment within the protection of the grove. The sigil's powers are weakened. I thought, if only I stepped into the outlands for a moment. But now they have taken it. It is only a matter of time before Medea. She warned us that we should take care, that the Formicids would try to take it back. If she even found out I had removed the sigil, she warned us that we should take care, that the Formicids would try to take it back. But I did not.
There once was a great city called Propontis, where now there is only a swamp. The Saconian kings ruled Propontis, and each hid a fortune in their palace. Legend says there may still be ancient treasure in one of the ruins, hidden by... If you do find a Saconian treasure, you should take it back to Athens to display for anyone to come see. Think of the cultural... The Grey Ones thought they would be worshipped as gods, but they were treated as servants. They unleashed their terrible magics against Saconis and pulled the city down around themselves. They would rather rule ruins than serve civilization. Only one king, Doris, built a palace that was not only each of the Saconian kings built a bigger palace than the one before him. Eventually, the palaces could not be finished during the king's lifetime, and they became halls of the dead. The kings filled their dead palaces with riches and felt the need for guardians. One king's treasure hunters are usually loutish buffoons who drink away the Grey Ones thought they would be worshipped as gods.
You think it is easy living here with all these women? Oh, it is safe enough. Long as you watch. They've made some progress against the monsters closer to Rhodes. Out here, it's another story. They've got to watch myself in here, just as the trader here, Eutropios. Watch your step. And don't make the mistake of those soldiers making... They say the most terrible things dwell among the old ruins in the swamp. But they just ask the trader here, Eutropios. Watch your...
Store your goods or ship them off. A real hero, my caravan!